Fox Feldman, everybody. What do you think? Short talks, big takeaways. You enjoying it?
Yes.
Nice. We have one more for today, then 4 more tomorrow. Yeah, so our next speaker is William E. Thomas, also known as Billy T, DJ Billy T. William has a background as a musician. He played bass guitar in the 1970s and started DJing in the 1980s. While working for the Air Force, he DJ'd numerous clubs on Air Force bases in Ohio, Georgia, and Arizona. He has been a member of Toastmasters International since the early 80s and has competed in numerous speech contests. He began attending ARM DJs back in 2011 and is currently a video DJ in and around the Dayton, Ohio area. His talk today is called The Artist in You. Can you remember when the American musician Prince was alive? He went under the moniker The Artist, formerly known as Prince. Prince was indeed a masterful artist, producing music, videos, concerts, and movies that have captured the hearts and souls of many of us. As disc jockeys similar to Prince, we have the capability to use and combine our knowledge of music and our multiple technical skills. We can ultimately create a proficient work of art. Today, DJ Billy T is going to share his own personal assessments of some of the principles required to create a masterful work of DJ art. He's going to examine the artist in you. Front and center, DJ Billy T.
Thank you, Larry, to Robbie, and to all the DJs out there. Go DJ, where my DJ? All the DJs, say ho! Say ho, ho! Hey, I got to do something, y'all. I'll tell you, this is going to be just a little bit different. I want to share one thing with you. I have a favorite game show. You want to know what my favorite game show is?
Sure. Yeah.
Family Feud, I tell you. Survey says, Steve Harvey says, who would you like to see one more time in concert? Who would you like to see one more time in concert? Concert. I know you're not supposed to back it up. Number 1 answer.
Prince.
Elvis. Are you lonesome tonight? Number 2 answer.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Billie Jean. Number 3 answer.
Roy Rogers.
Help. I need somebody's help.
Yeah.
Not just any. Number 4. And this one surprised me.
Frank.
I hear that train a-coming. It's running down the bend. And number 5, y'all know who it is going to be. Prince, that's right, Prince. All right, and that's who I want to talk about today, y'all.
Unless you ask Mike. I'll be number 1.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's who I want to talk about today. We want to talk about Prince. Everybody, do you remember when he went by the artist?
Formerly
Known as Prince. What I want to do is break it down a little bit. The A-R-T-I-S-T. And Peter Merritt taught me this word. He said acrostic. You want to use an acrostic, not an acronym, an acrostic. So we're going to go A-R-T-I-S-T. And I'm going to give you the first one, but I'm going to try to get some help. See if you guys remember. The first one I say for a good DJ. Oh, I wanted to share one other thing. I looked up Merriam-Webster. He says the definition of art is the application of creative skills and imagination to produce beautiful and emotional works. Don't you like that? The application of creative skills and imagination. And just think about Prince. Wasn't he a master with his creative skills and imagination? I mean, he was a musician. He was a dancer, a music producer. I mean, he was just great. And you know what? As DJs, we are also artists. We should be using the skills that we possess. We are musicians. When we mix them songs together, we are directors. We are composers. We are MCs. We are rappers. We are comedians. We are game show hosts. The list goes on. And so there's a lot of things that we can learn just from the artist Prince and the things that we have within us. And I'm going to try to draw a few of those things out. I haven't done any survey. I haven't done any research. This is all coming off the top of my head, just trying to make this presentation work well. So will you go with me on this?
Go for it.
All right. The first word is animated. Don't you think Prince was animated? Wasn't he? I mean, ooh, he'd get up there playing that guitar and he would swing around. Scott Faber got a better move, swinging around and everything. But he was very animated. And you know what, as DJs, we should be animated. You know, I think when we're out there playing the music, when you're playing the music and you got that beat going, your body ought to be saying something too with that music. You ought to be moving with the music. Let the people see it. Let your body be pushing that sound out to the people. I mean, not only the music, but when you talk to the people, should have enthusiasm in your voice. If it's a sad song, get mellow. If it's an exciting song, be excited. We've got lighting that's animated. And if you've got a posse with you, if you've got dancers, be out there on the dance floor. Get out there and move. We need to be animated. Okay. I was watching American Idol. This contestant named Lacey, she was competing, and she had this beautiful outfit on. It had fringes hanging all over her body. And Katy Perry is one of the judges. And Katy Perry said, "Lacey, you sound so good." She said, "But you've got to make those fringes move a little bit." And DJs, that's what I'm saying. When you're playing music, make those fringes move. Don't just stand there and be like Ben Stein on Bueller. Bueller. Make a move. Let's be animated. How about the R? Anybody got any ideas on the R?
Ridiculous.
Will you say ridiculous? Okay. R, ridiculous. Anything else? Relevant. I like that, relevant. Okay. RBL.
Real.
Relevant. I can't even spell relevant.
Real.
The word I picked is to relate. You got to be able to relate to your audience. Fox just had a great talk today, talking about how he went to the wedding reception and how he met with the couple and how he matched the music to the couple. And so fellow DJs, we need to relate. I took a course with Mark Farrell, and he talked about the introduction. And I think that was a very powerful thing. He says when you're a DJ, one of the most powerful things in a wedding reception is the introduction, where you want to introduce yourself. And the best way to do that is through a story. And he said that is a great way to relate to people. Prince, I don't know if you all remember when he did that Dick Clark interview. I mean, Prince was kind of recluse in a way. But you know what? When you got him on stage, he could really relate to people. And the lyrics on his songs, he could really come to you and make you feel that you were part of the show. The next part is the T. Anybody have an idea for T's?
Talent.
Talent, that's a good one. Talent. Trust, that's right. Yeah, there you go, trust. The word that I picked is to have a theme. Purple rain, purple rain. You know what I mean? Just think about how Prince, the song just Purple Rain, he had a purple guitar, purple stage, purple motorcycle, purple, the dancers were dancing in purple. And it was just a theme. And what that does, when you have a theme, it just like narrows the focus of everything. It just, there's a whole world of things out there that you could possibly be doing. But when you have a theme, that kind of helps focus your energy, focus your attention upon something. As DJs, we can do that. I mean, like Larry, he had showed us one time when he talked about that. Just recognize the day. If you don't have anything else, you can just recognize the day. He taught me about that Marie time machine. You can go in and you can find out like today is pick the booger day or anything, But I mean, just for example, we just had Father's Day. You could have something around Father's Day. You can have Pizza Day or anything. But when you come in, it's just something that you can just wrap your finger around and wrap the party around and focus people's attention to have a good time. And so I would say, select the theme. Okay. The next one is I, and what I picked for I is to interact. And Prince, like I said, he was a really reclusive person, but I like Prince, the way he did that, because he used his lyrics and stuff to interact. I mean, everybody, get on the floor. Everybody get on the floor. Tell me what you come here for. It ain't got no use. You might as well get loose. Shake your body like a say ooh, all right. Dance music, romance. You know what I mean? Prince had a way, just in his lyrics, he could just pull it, he could just interact with the lyrics that he used.
Do you know how happy you're making Mike Walter? Happy you're making Mike Walter.
Big time.
Now, I know Michael likes Prince, but I wasn't quite sure how much he liked.
Oh, a lot.
Prince. But as DJs,
Likes is probably not the right word.
As DJs, we can use prompts. So everybody get on the floor. Let's hand clap. Now I'll tell you one of the best. Do you know one of the best ways to interact with audience? You have any idea? Anybody have any idea? Just what I'm doing right now, and that's just asking a question. Ask a rhetorical question. How you feeling today, everybody? How did you enjoy your ride in a Parkway? Don't you wish they had an express lane or something that we could just get in here? Did you try the bubblegum shrimp? Huh? Did you know that Blake Shelton had a restaurant here now? What's that, Old Red? So just ask a question. They don't necessarily have to know the answer, but sometimes just a rhetorical question is just a way that you can interact with people. And so I'm still got two more, and I'm running low on time. The S.
Sexy.
Okay, sexy. Sexy, okay.
What's the rest of that?
The next two
What's the rest of that title?
But I'm gonna go with self-promote. Self-promote. You know, there was an article in Forbes magazine where they talked about the 4 myths of self-promotion. And I want to share just one of the myths that they talked about. They talked about sometimes people say, where am I at? 1, 2. Oh, they say, why do I need to self-promote? I'm good enough. If I'm good enough, people will hear about me if I'm good enough. And I say, bah humbug to that. We're from Dayton, Ohio. Brian Harris introduced me to this area. But you know, Wright brothers are real popular up there in Dayton, Ohio. Wright brothers, kind of like the founders of aircraft, of the lighter-than-air flight. But do you realize the Wright brothers had to get out there and promote flight? They had to go to Congress and petition them to buy them. Flight. And so I'm saying that, hey, we're not any better than the Wright brothers. What we have, the products that we have, if we can't be as good as the Wright brothers. If they had to promote, you know we're going to have to get out there. If we're going to get the word out, just like Rick says, there's a lot of things out there that, that's vying for people's attention. We've got to get the word out and self-promote ourselves to let people know that we exist. So I would say, people, P.T. Barnum, he was
There's a sucker born every minute.
that was one of his quotes, but he also says, without promotion, something terrible happens. Nothing. So keep that in mind when it comes to self-promotion. You need to get out there. I know some of us are introverts and we don't really want to get out there, but the people got to know about you. You need to say, Billy T, or whatever your gimmick is. Put the label on your laptop. Pass out your business cards. You just got to get the word out about you and your DJ business. The last T I got selected is tunes. You need to tailor the tunes. And that's what Prince did. He was really good at taking a song and he would take a soundtrack and he would tailor the tunes to the mood of the music, to the way the way that they were acting, to the scenes. You have to tailor the tunes. And as DJs, we go in, we talk to the couples. We know our audience. We got to know our audience. We need to know what they like. We need to know if they want a hip hop, they want to hear some country western. That's our job, to tailor the tunes. What we know, like music, is an intangible product. You can't see it. You can't see music. You can't touch it. But as DJs, we can put a body on a song. We can give a song a heart, a soul. And we can do that with the way we move, but just following some of these things by the animation, by relating to people, having that theme and interacting. We have the ability to turn a song, an intangible object, into a strong physical and emotional thing. I want to close with just one quote, and that's from Pablo Picasso. He's one of the great artists that I know. He says, there are artists who transform the sun into a yellow spot, but there are others who, thanks to their art and intelligence, transform a yellow spot into the sun. I would like to just borrow this a little bit, Pablo. I'm saying, per DJ BillyT, there are DJs who transform a magic moment into an entertainment experience. But there are other DJs who, thanks to their art and intelligence, can transform an entertainment experience into a magical moment. And so from Pablo Picasso, from DJ BillyT, this goes out to the artist in you. Thank you.